again, it's Derek Cummings back in South Wales. It's June, it's summer. No, it's not summer. We haven't even had a temperature of 16 degrees in the last few days. It's been very cold. You wouldn't want to be here. I've managed to get out and keep well. But today, let's get back on the subject. I want to talk about the gut-lung axis. This is something that recently came to me and I started to do a little bit of research. Part of the research was on my own site. We strive to breathe easier. I put a little poll up there to see what percentage of us with COPD actually suffer from stomach problems. Now, the stomach problems can go from weight gain, big bloated tummies, IBS, acid reflux, all kinds of things, and 80% at least of us suffer from that. Now, I have had the same. I had bloated tummy, I've had IBS, I've had all sorts of trouble, and we can honestly say that sometimes our medication does make us ill. And sometimes we've got no choice. We've got to keep taking the medicine to be able to breathe better. If we stop it, we can't breathe very well. Well, we might not have any problems with others, but as I always say, if you can't breathe, nothing else really matters. To get a little bit worrying, because it was, with me, it was an ongoing problem. It wasn't stopping. Last year I was put on long-term antibiotics and they wreaked havoc with me. Now, what it actually comes down to is that in your stomach you've got good bacteria and you've got bad bacteria, and in a way they need each other. It's when you get an imbalance, because when you have antibiotics it kills most of the good bacteria. The bad bacteria in many cases starts to win, and then you have all sorts of problems, such as many of us have. A lot of you have tried to overcome this by taking live yogurt, for instance, which is helpful, although I've been told you would need absolutely gallons of this, and much of what they call live yogurt in a supermarket isn't the real stuff. Now, the reason for that is that the real live yogurt doesn't have a very long shelf life, and they're not too keen to put it on because they have to throw so much of it away. We just got to keep doing this little search to make something, to make ourselves a little bit better. I came across accidentally, because I do have a few things off of a company, and they offered me a free trial of a probiotic pill, and what it does is it gets all the good bacteria back into your stomach and helps to settle it down, stop the bloating, and stop things like IBS and stuff like that. And I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, as we say over here in the United Kingdom. I'll give it a try, because, you know, nothing lost. I'm amazed. It solved the problem. Now, because it solved the problem, I started doing research into this, and there is a lot of research into this. The stomach, for instance, is not directly connected to the lungs or anything else. The stomach is a stomach. But do you realise your stomach actually holds 80%, yes, 80% of the immune system. And without an immune system, you're not going to be fighting anything. That is absolutely amazing. So by taking up probiotic, you may be solving the problems with your stomach, and you will also be aiding your immune system. Now, what I've found personally since doing it is that not only has my stomach been less bloated, not only I haven't had to run to the bathroom all the time, I've been generally much more settled, and I felt better in myself. I also found a bit of an improvement in my breathing. Now, this, at first I thought, well, maybe this is coincidental. It wasn't a coincidence when I thought about it, because I was less bloated. I lost a couple of inches on my stomach. It meant that there was less pressure on my abdomen, on my lungs, and it's probably the less pressure that has made things a little bit easier to breathe. I felt quite a bit weller through it. Oh, I would advise you, if you've got any sort of stomach problems whatsoever, I'm not going to recommend any brand. Go out and get yourself a probiotic. It's better in tablet form, because if you went and got yogurt and stuff like that, you would need gallons and gallons of the stuff. It's my advice for today with that. Let me know how you get on. I would love to know how you get on, because then if you all get the same results as me, we can say, right, this is something really worthy, and we can carry on passing it to other people. To do while I'm here, before I go, is to remind you of the need to work fast, especially if you've got emergency packs if you suddenly take ill. Now, I was on a holiday a short while ago, and looking forward to an enjoyable birthday meal, and we got up to go out on the morning of my birthday, and I felt fine. We went out, we walked along a beach. I felt cold. I said to Lynn, let's go inland a little bit away from the beach, I'm feeling cold. She didn't think nothing of it, because after all I was riding a scooter, so she was walking. Well, we had a cream tea, and as we're sitting having a cream tea, I'm beginning to feel tired. I had a crushing tiredness. I'd never felt a tiredness like that before. I started to get really worried about it, so I suggested to Lynn that we should go back to the place we were staying for our holiday, and I should rest up, maybe have a little bit of sleep, and I'll be all right by evening for us to go out for our meal. On the way back, I needed to use the bathroom, and in the bathroom I started to really struggle to breathe. Now, luckily for me, I do carry a spare oxygen cylinder with me. The oxygen cylinder I was using in the bathroom was Pulse, but at times I have to have straight through. So straight away we had straight through oxygen. That seemed to solve the problem a little bit. Got back to the car, and then I started to shake violently. Now, when I say shake violently, I was shaking very violently. It was worrying. But I realised straight away what had happened was I got a fever. And luckily everything was back at our holiday home. I had all the medicines I should ever need should I suddenly take ill, because I've had this after all for 31 years. We got back, I took my temperature, and my temperature was a staggering 102 and still rising. Now, obviously I took my antibiotics, I took the prednisolone, I upped the oxygen, I took to bed, took regular readings of my temperature. Crossed my fingers it didn't reach 103, because if it reached 103, well then I would have to go to hospital. Luckily it didn't reach that high. Within 2 days I was better, but this is only because I worked fast. Now, this is the importance of acting fast. With pneumonia, and these exacerbations can be very, very, very fast. Never leave it, never wait, because if I'd have waited, I might not be talking to you today. I don't know for certain, but there was a possibility. It has happened. Anyhow, on a better note, it's summer, and we should hopefully get some summer here in the UK. Eventually, I'm told next week's going to be better. I have been out with the camera, I've done a bit of photography, and I'm hoping to get out in a couple of days and do some more photography. For now, time back again, breathe easy, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. Bye bye.